All right, welcome back, my beautiful people. Thank you guys for tuning back in. This is a special day. Today marks the 9-year anniversary for one of my favorite albums. This came out back when I was 16 years old. It's crazy to think about that now. But this album just turned 9 years old. Little 9-year anniversary thing. And yeah, what better way to celebrate it than showing you guys, celebrating with y'all. I'm hoping to upload this tonight. It's just sometimes the upload speeds be a little laggy, so hopefully it's uploaded by tonight, but I don't know if it's going to be like available for you guys to see. It might be on the 17th you guys see this. But yeah, enough being said, this is probably one of my favorite Mac albums. This is honestly up there when it comes to like conceptual albums. It was short, sweet, little 10-track album, and this is his 4th studio album. I think it's so amazing how he was able to deliver such great bodies of work. I think this one has to be one of the greats for him due to the fact that he got a lot of great features, and a lot of the things that the people were saying with the features were that they delivered a certain message that he was trying to convey for that specific song, so they kind of fit that schematic that he was looking for. And I think it's so cool, like I honestly think that Mac being authentic, genuine, and him always wanting to do certain things when it comes to collaboration and helping others, I think that's so awesome. I really appreciate this body of work. I wrote down some cool little factoids, so I want to spill them out for you. The first single was Dang, and this was featuring Anderson .Paak. This is awesome because this was like I said, this was 9 years ago. So at that time, Anderson .Paak wasn't as well established as he is now as an artist, and he also didn't have the whole Bruno Mars duo thing with Silk Sonic. So I think that's so cool how he was able to channel like a earlier essence of Anderson .Paak into this song, and you can see how they blossom together. So awesome. And I think a lot of people agree, and if you look this up on Genius, it's actually pretty cool because Mac Miller back in the day, it's super cool how he was so connected to his fans. He was able to like do the whole mixtape era online DatPiff, like RGF, like if you know type. And it's crazy how he was able to deliver to his fans so well. And he was able to have such an impact where he was able to still be like a community member. So if you look on Genius, I think it's so cool how he's able to like give his own little annotations to specific things or songs. So if you ever see or get curious, go on Genius and you could see on their little website that you're able to see a specific segment of a song. And sometimes the artist will interpolate or actually say exactly what they meant when it came to that lyric. So I think it's so cool because Mac Miller was one of those rare instances where he was not only doing this just for one song, he was doing this for multiple cuts, deep cuts, mixtapes, regular songs, singles, whatever it may be. And I think it's so cool because he is, in essence, like always tapped into the fan base because he knows that without the fans there would be no him, and I think that's so dope. He left such a great impact with this album, and I think my favorites have to be, okay, if anybody asks me what 3 songs I would recommend, I would say Stay. That's the one I was just bumping today in the morning. I would say Stay is really good. I would say my favorite part, because Ariana Grande, that whole music video was super cool. And God is Fair, Sexy Nasty, just due to the fact, little tangent right here, but I remember that Mac Miller was saying in a specific interview, I believe, I don't know if I could find it. I'll try to leave the link below if I could find the clip. But basically, it's Mac Miller talking about how he was able to get a little booth time with Kendrick. Kendrick hopped in the booth, got behind there, and he was doing, I don't know if it was like radio things or sometimes like when DJs call and they'll be like, oh, you're tuning into 99.7, whatever, the hottest mix. And then it'll be like Kendrick's voice, Jay-Z's voice or whatever. They get paid for that type of stuff. Little behind the scenes of that. But it's so cool how he was able to get that studio time. He was there, and then it turns out that he finished. He had like 5 minutes left, only 10 minutes, and Mac tells the engineer, he's like, hey, play this. So then he plays that instrumental, and it's so dope because Kendrick was like, whoa, like, let me get on the booth right now. So what we hear is like, I think we're in like 10-15 minutes. I'll try to find it. If not, I'll try to see if I could do a little cut in between here and try to add the little clip. But yeah, it's so cool.
After hanging out, I played him the God is Fair beat. He was like, emailed to me, and I was like, man,
come on, man,
not gonna happen. Kendrick. He was like, can I do these drops? before I leave, like real quick, I need to do these drops for someone. Drops are sometimes like you go, for everyone doesn't know, it's like you go up into the and say like, yo, what's up, Mac Miller? I'm hanging out here right now with Peter Parker and we rocking. Here's my new song. Dang, check it out. And then my song will play, right? But
You guys heard that before, you know.
right,
Yeah.
that's like what a drop is.
We call it a drop.
Right now, everyone's like, we all know what a drop is. Like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
But so he had to go do some of those, and before he walked out of the, like I was recording him, and before he finished up, he had like the headphones on. I told the engineer just to like put the beat on the Pro Tools, like just load it up. So he's walking out, and I'm like, yo, he's leaving with his headphones on. And I play the beat. And like just knowing that when you're like invested in music like that, when you hear something, like you go somewhere. So like he was literally walking out and heard the beat, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and he got right into creation mode. So I kind of like forced him to do it right.
You tricked him to do it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like when you hear music, like I always tell people, if you're speaking to me and we're having a conversation, do not have music playing.
Yeah.
Like I can't do, like if there's a beat playing, you're saying something to me like, hey man, so I was just talking, I was one another, and in my head it's like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking.
And yeah, like, I think this album conceptually is probably one of my favorite conceptual albums. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is probably my favorite conceptual album, but this one has to be probably second, due to the simple fact that it's short, sweet, like I said, and it's concise about love, about loss. Like Anderson .Paak wrote the hook of Dang, and it turns out that Mac didn't know that he was writing it about somebody who passed. So if you listen to the lyrics, he didn't know that he was writing it about somebody who was gone. Mac took it into a way that somebody that he loved, you know. So I think it's amazing, and I'm so thankful for it. I'll show it once more. I think it's so dope. I ended up taking it out the package. I have little boxes and stuff where I'm protecting them so far because I haven't got a little shelf yet, little T. But I hope to get one soon. And I was looking, and the little sticker on the top says exclusive translucent light blue vinyl. I thought I just bought the regular one, so it's pretty cool that I was able to get that. And yeah, it's so awesome. I really appreciate you guys. I took a little time away from this. I had some personal matters I had to tend to, but other than that, I hope to get like maybe a double upload this week just to make up due to the fact that I'm like 2 or 3 days late. I know every 5 days I've been saying I'm going to do it, but for sure I'm going to try to get to it. I really appreciate you guys for always tuning in, supporting, and yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day / night / weekend whenever you're hearing this. I really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Deuce.